What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner.
Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Why the holiday music? It's Christmas time. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's Christmas. When else should we do this? It is time. There's no such thing. No such thing. It's after Thanksgiving. I waited this long. Alright, let's go ahead and swap on over. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Gilmore, thank you so much for the 28 months. That's incredible. Thank you so much. And at tier 3. That's so nice. Thank you so much. And your joke was hilarious. Thank you for starting us off like that. But why the holiday music? I like holiday music the week of what? Just oh no. Post Thanksgiving, it's all free game to me, I think. Look, I haven't even listened to the Mariah Carey song yet. I've just listened to royalty free versions of Christmas songs because it's already snowing, it's cold, it's actually today it was 0. Currently it's 2. It was like negative something for a second there, but it's pretty cold, and tomorrow we might get some snow, and it's Christmas to me. I like it occasionally mixed in with other stuff I listen to. That's fair. Sunny, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a great day. But I've just been starting off the streams with Christmas music, and then we swap to our normal stuff. But I don't know. It's to get into the mood. I did watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, and it's pretty funny. I was surprised, but I really liked it. It's pretty cozy. It has like the perfect mix of like Christmas cheese, and it's like a little somber, which honestly I think a lot of Christmas movies have a tinge of like somberness to them, but then it has like just like the typical Christmas, I don't know, merriment and wonder that I just love. I don't know. There's something about it. But it was very good. They also dropped some like Marvel lore sort of in some of it as well that I was kind of surprised with. But I really liked it. It's very short. It's only like 45 minutes. So it's just like watching a normal TV show. But anyways. So I'm like in the Christmas mood. My refrigerator is still working, the new one. So that's all good. I went this morning to buy some stuff to fill my refrigerator. For those that don't know, my refrigerator died on Thanksgiving. And so I lost a whole bunch of food and things that are just there. And so I'm like slowly restocking it. Opans, welcome in. Also, Opans, Balto. So two things. Balto, my friend. One, it's his birthday tomorrow, and I was pour one out for the fridge. Seriously though, don't worry, it poured out plenty for itself. But my friend Balto, it's his birthday tomorrow, and I was messaging him today. And he said something that I should check my mail. And I was like, but it's your birthday tomorrow. Should I check? Well, I'm not expecting anything. Anyway, he sent me a package, and in it was this. And it's technically green. It's green. It's not this grayish blue. But he sent me a Nessie, and I was like, why? For what reason? There's no reason at all. And I love that there's just like a pouch in here. I'm gonna keep secrets. I did some of it, but a lot of it went bad because it was I think it went bad the night before, and I hadn't checked my refrigerator. So like when I got up, which I had slept in, when I got up, everything was warm. The milk was bad. Eggs were bad. I had some chicken that went bad. There was I guess it's coolant maybe. I don't know what it is. There was like this pink fluid stuff that had like leaked onto a bunch of food. And so the little that I did save, I put outside. I had like some cans of Waterloo that exploded when I put it out there. And yeah, so it was a fun time. But I had to restock. But anyway, yeah, so I have a Nessie now, and it's adorable, and I love it. I wish you guys could see it in its full color, but it's like the color of my green screen just about. So, but I was like, Balto, why? Anyway. Photos in Discord? Oh, put photos of the Nessie in Discord? I will. Of Nessie, yeah. And for those who don't know, the reason why I was like, oh, Opans, is because this is, like, kind of a mascot of Apex a bit. So, I don't know, it's just great. And Balto's one of the friends that I play Apex with, so it's perfect. But anyway, so I went today and restocked some of my, fridge, just with some basic things. It's gonna take me a little bit to like. The story behind Nessie is too funny. What is it? I mean, I know, like, it's supposed to look like those big creatures. It came from a leak photo of Titanfall 1. No way. I don't think I knew that. That's really funny. It wasn't a Nessie. It was a building? No way. And did people, like, think it was like a Loch Ness Monster type creature? Then Art decided to make it a Nessie. Oh, that's so fun. I wonder if there is, like... Titanfall. I wonder if there is, like... If I can find the teaser image that leaked. Oh! Is that what... Oh, I think I see it. That's hilarious. Because I can kind of see what... Oh, yeah, it totally is. That's amazing. Emmers, welcome in. Yeah, I'm finding a tweet by... Oh, yeah, Frozen Fro. I've seen this name everywhere. Nessie originated from Titanfall fans thinking a blurry picture of a new map was Nessie. They used the blurry picture. That's hilarious because it's like cloudy and there's like satellite dishes and it does kind of, I could 100% see that. I love that. Incredible. That's hilarious. I love that so much. And now it's our little mascot. Yeah, that's perfect. It's so great. It's a great little mascot to have. And that's wonderful. I have the emote for Watson where she like places it down. So that's great. Now I can pretend that now I'll do that anytime I place it on like a shelf or something. I'll like pull it from behind, put it down, boop its nose. Oh, was there something I was gonna say? Anyway, I got some food. That's all I was kind of saying. Jojo, welcome in. Hello. How are you? So yeah, I'm slowly gonna restock my fridge. I need to replace things, but I think it's gonna take time. I'm not gonna I didn't want to spend, so I shouldn't have like all the money to just restock everything that died in the fridge when the fridge died. But over time, I'm gonna slowly restock it. But I'm gonna cook tonight, and that'll help. But oh no, Jojo! I hope you feel better. That's no fun at all. I've yet to catch it, but I hope you feel better. I hope it's a quick recovery. I do it to people trying to thirst me so hard. Oh, I love that. That is wonderful. Gosh, yesterday, Opons, I had somebody, because again, I'm usually on mute. Though, a slight complaint, and I don't know if it's on the Sony side or if it's on the Respawn Apex side of things, but when I use my headset, when I was using it on the PS4, it would show that I was muted, or it wouldn't show that little mic icon, by my name, if my mic was off. But on the PS5, ever since I switched over, which, I mean, to be fair, the bullets go faster on a PS5, so I'll take that over my PS4. But even if my mic is on mute on the PS5, it still shows an icon there. It just won't move I'm speaking or whatever. So the reason why I hate that is because I've had more people call me out. I know you have a mic. Why aren't you talking to me? And yesterday I was playing a match and there was this person who was who at the beginning, he kept on, like, I don't understand. He kept on being like, guys, we need, if we're gonna win this, we're gonna need communication. Jetpack Paul, we're gonna need to communicate if we're gonna win this thing. I almost won the last game, but we just, I couldn't communicate to my friends. And he just, like, kept on repeating that for minutes. Like, all through, like, while we're launching, like, we're about to land, he just kept on being like, the communication is key. I mean, and I agree with all of that. However, I've won with just pings, and I don't like talking to random people. If they want to talk, that's totally great. I'm just not going to, I don't typically like to talk to randoms. Anyway, he was just like, just kept repeating the same thing. And I eventually went into the, like, right before landing, I went into the squad menu where you can, like, mute individual people, and I muted him. Because I was like, I can already tell this is gonna be toxic. This is not, no matter what happens, no matter how well we do, it's going to be a toxic situation. So I muted him, but tested positive today. I'm okay though. Well, I hope you feel better. That is rough. I hope things other than that are well. Yeah, get some rest for sure. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, I used to. The thing is that I loved it on the PS4 because I could be like, in secret. I guess I could in secret have my mic, like, listening to them, and if I wanted to, then I could chime in. But I generally don't. But I've had more people now have called me out and said, you have a mic. I know you have a mic. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. So I don't say anything. Send smoke signals. Yeah, absolutely. I'll lie back down and try to fall asleep watching House. Ooh, that's a good choice. That is a very good choice. House is great. I've known one guy that I've played with for over a year. He's a good dude. He's always like, when will you get a mic? That's incredible. I gifted him a few stuff, but I've never talked with him. I love that. That's very Ron Swanson of you. Which, if you don't know, there was an episode of Parks and Rec where was it for Ron's birthday or something? I can't remember. Ron is like, I have one best friend. His name is so-and-so. We go fishing, like every so often. We've never spoken. It's the best friendship I've ever had. And it, like, cuts to clips, I think, of him, like, in a fishing boat with somebody, but, like, they just happen to be fishing at the same time. Anyways. It's very Ron Swanson of you. A modern day friendship. True. Do you at least type to him, or do you, like, just never have communicated anything? I don't say anything. I love that. I love that. That's great. Hilarious. He will never know I even work here. Oh, that's so fun. It's like you're a secret shopper or like undercover boss. That's incredible. Yeah, I just generally, as a general rule, I don't like chatting with random people. Occasionally, if somebody sounds nice, I will. But I feel like he's my only Apex friendship. I like that. If like, I think sometimes you can tell just by a little bit, like a little bit from what somebody says or how they say stuff. You can kind of tell, like, is this person going to be toxic, or are they going to be kind of chill? What has happened previously is, like, depending on how things go in the in the match, if we like worked well together, and then and they've been chatting and they've all been cool, then if we win or something, or get pretty close to winning, then I'll pop in at the end, I'll unmute and just say GG or something, and then go on to the next match. But doing it at the very end is very, like, non-committal and great, because it's one, eventually once you're in, like, the summary screen, it kind of, like, kicks you out eventually, so it's just like we don't have to, like, linger in and chat, and I like that. There's like an end in sight. But yeah, I generally don't. I think there's only been one time where I've popped in, and it was we had a team of 3. The jump master dropped and died immediately and then left, and then we crushed it. And we were crushing it pretty much the entire time, and so I unmuted. Because that person was talking and was, like, I could tell was pretty, like, they sounded friendly, and so I was like, all right, I'll join in, because we're kind of, like, in the trenches together right now, so it feels like this is good. But though recently there was, I think about this, this doesn't involve having a mic or anything, but there was recently, I played with somebody, a random, who was so nice. Like, they went out of their way to, like, go find items for people, or, like, give people, like, nice, like, if they found, like, a better shield, they would go take it to each of us or whatever. And then I tried to add them after the match. We got close to winning. I don't think we won. I could be wrong. We got close to winning, and I tried adding them, and they didn't add me back. And I was like, oh, that's sad. I feel sad about that. I still think about them. I don't remember their name, but I still think about them. It was a Newcastle. And I was like, somewhere out there. I hope they're doing good, wherever they are. Anyway. Well, that's depressing. No. Everyone, pour one out for the random that you once played with. Side note. Side note. We are going to be playing. So today we're playing Disco Elysium. Tomorrow and Thursday we're playing a game that we got a code for. Trifox. It should be very fun. It looks like a very fun game. And it's like an indie game, action adventure game with like some puzzle elements, I think. And it looks very fun. But then Friday was a fox. It's true. It's actually the the Christmas version is supposed to look like Octane's onesie. But anyway, you're one of the few people who have that, Gilmore, by the way. Anyway, oh, Friday. I sent this out in the Discord, but a little addendum. Oh, and the boomer, that is, I feel like that one looks so good. I love that one with the Christmas lights. Anyway, so Friday, a little addendum to the schedule. The plan is to play Disco Elysium, but here is my plan. I want to beat it. I want to beat the game, and so my plan is to just play Disco Elysium pretty much all day until it's done. I don't really know how much we have left, and I've heard that you can, like, we're on day 3. At the end of day 3, I think we're about to be in day 4. I think you can actually, like, beat the game. I could try to beat the game now, I think, though I would miss some stuff, but I don't really want to do that because I'm enjoying the game because I love it. But I think it's sort of, at least in terms of the feedback I think I'm getting, I think it's time to move on, but I am stubborn and committed to this game. And so my plan is on Friday, I'm just going to play it pretty much all day long until it's done. I think I think at max there's 10 days that you can play, but I think that's if you, like, go and take your time and do every single little thing. I probably won't do that, but I want to cover my bases, I guess, because I think the world building and all that stuff has been so much fun. But anyway, that's the plan. And so just so you guys know, Friday is going to be a long stream. We're playing Disco. If we don't somehow finish it on Friday, I'll probably do a bonus stream this weekend and then top it off. Then we can start moving on to some of the plans that we've had for December, which should be pretty fun. I'm excited. I think our main 3 games for December are going to be Animal Crossing, Breath of the Wild, and then Final Fantasy Crisis Core. There we go. I'm pretty excited about that. And I think I might do... We'll see. I won't say anything. Anyway, but those are going to be the 3 main games for December. And so we might as well start heading in that direction. But I want to give Disco a good send-off because I've been absolutely loving it. It's such a weird game, but, like, overall, I feel like the quality of how much, like, work that they put into it is just, I've never played anything like it. And so I want to, like, savor it and enjoy it. I thought about just not finishing it on stream, but part of me was like, I kind of want, even just for my own memory, I want to have it sort of documented. So I can always go back and watch the VOD if I want to, and re-experience some of it. But I think I will probably, like, as soon as I'm done with this playthrough and we're done streaming it, I'm gonna probably start a second playthrough doing a different archetype, just to see kind of, like, how different the game is and how, like, different the experiences would be if, like, I had succeeded on some things earlier on. I think that'd be fun. I'm also curious what it would have been like, because I think on PC people have modded it. Like, you can get mods to then be at, like, max level of everything. It'd actually be really fun, I think, to do that, even though I have no capability. Also, side note, I need to check something. Somebody... yeah, they didn't tell me. There was an indie dev company that was like, hey, we have this game that we've come out with, and I asked about it and was like, hey, I'm curious because I've seen some of your other games and they look good. I normally play on Switch and PS4, PS5. What platforms is your game on? Because they were saying that they wanted to send some codes out to, like, streamers or content creators or whatever. And so I asked them what platforms they were on, and they just responded with, here you go, enjoy, and a code. And they didn't answer my question at all. I need to figure out what platforms their game is on. Or if it's even on anything besides... Nice. I know. I was kind of like, okay. I think it might be on PC only. It's on PC and Mac. I could actually technically play it. Hey, what platform you on? The company wanted to be CEO? Oh, okay, I guess. I don't know how I'm getting roped into this, but okay. Interesting. I mean, the game looks really funny, actually. It looks great. I'm curious if... I mean, what if I'm able to play it and stream it at the same time? I've never done that before. Well, I tried to do that with League, and it didn't really, like, work out very well. But maybe we'll give it a go. It looks like a very, like... not visually complicated game, so maybe it'd be fine. But anyway, we might try it one day. It's called Spring Blades. It is a game from Sock Pop. They've been uploading a new game every month to itch.io. And so they're like small games. And Spring Blades is a fast and juicy turn-based combat system. 200 plus funny creatures to battle, 150 plus unique items to collect and combine, 20 plus challenging bosses to defeat, 7 to 9 hours of playtime. But they've done, I think I followed them because, what game did they release? They released some game that I thought looked really cool. And so they're not... I don't remember. Anyway, so we might give that a shot. I just thought it was really funny because I was like, hey, I wanted to double check because if they were like, we're only on PC and Mac, then I would have said no, probably. Like, okay, I was just curious. But I'd be interested if you guys ever like release something on console. But no, they were just like, here is code. The easiest like code transaction I've ever experienced, I guess. They were just like, boom, here you go. Fair enough. But maybe we'll give it a try. I mean, if free game, why not? And we have actually, like, there's a bunch of little indie games that I've wanted to play. We might try to throw that around in December a little bit, but I think the main thing is going to be Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing, and then Final Fantasy Crisis Core. I think I'm leaning towards starting Final Fantasy VIII in January, kind of as like a birthday celebration. Last year we played Super Mario RPG, which is one of my favorite ones. We did that starting on my birthday, and then we played that for like a week or two. But I thought maybe it's time for Final Fantasy VIII, because we've talked about it several times at this point. Though I think I need to double check what dates, but I have a friend coming into town at the beginning of January, and I probably won't stream while they're here. And I think they're here for like 4 or 5 days. Though some of it's on a weekend, I think, because my birthday's on a Saturday, so I think they're going to be here for my birthday. So I think we probably aren't going to miss many streams. So I don't know. I'll have to double check. But yeah, Final Fantasy VIII would be so much fun. I would love it. But I've been like, I don't know. Kind of not dreading it, but also just like, I want it to be an enjoyable experience for people, and I feel like I don't have the voices yet. I don't have the voices for everybody, but it's okay. Maybe, you know, sometimes you just have to take a leap, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna start powering on the PS5, getting ready for some disco. Okay. Like spurt. I don't know if I can do a spurt voice. I'd have to attempt that. I don't know if I've ever done one before. I'll have to do some. Most of the characters are human, I think. Actually, all the characters are human, which is, well, that's weird for Final Fantasy. But I feel like there's usually one character that at least that's like some kind of weird thing. Like, maybe that's not true. I don't know why. Maybe that starts from like the older games. But like Final Fantasy VII has like a stuffed animal cat. Kind of. He would probably have like a spurt-like voice. But everyone in this game is very human. So I don't know, but I mean, maybe we could give it a shot. I don't know who I would give that to. Oh boy, that would be hilarious though. All right, anyway, we're gonna hop in. We're gonna play some disco. Boop. All right. So we're just gonna go. I both love and dread this because I am having so much fun. I feel like this has been a harder game for people to get into, and I totally get it because it's super weird, but we're just gonna hop on in because I'm ready for it. I want more of it. Yes. End of discussion. So we're at the end of our day. I think we were going to just sleep now because Kim left us.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still,
he went
you've earned a rest.
Back to the hostel, and I didn't want to go detect stuff without him. Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity, spinning on empty, spinning, tell me, am I dreaming?
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
I still don't know what to do with the picture postcards, actually. So, good point.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class. For the money, baby. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
By the way, I love that we had rhetoric, savoir-faire, and empathy chime in, kind of all with their own, like, take on how they would answer the question. Building communism for all. This time we won't fail. I'm just looking out for my economic self-interest. We're making progress, measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him. He's got no idea what he's in for. 'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Oof.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind.
Okay, we're at full health and morale.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
I thought things were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
I assumed the most qualified and highly credentialed people were taking care of that stuff.
But have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even there? More importantly, how do you know they aren't waiting for your participation?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears La responsabilité.
What is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
I thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
All right, give it to me. I'll accept responsibility.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
What happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Interesting. So we have a new task. Take on la responsabilité. Form a committee of moralists to assign responsibility. Kim might know where to start. Interesting. Okay. What do we have here? Can I
An
redo
old
this?
mirror hangs on the wall.
Still?
You see the reflection.
What do I need to
An
look
old mirror hangs on the wall.
at?
You see the reflection of
Electrochemistry.
your face in it.
Encyclopedia.
The expression.
What else do we have? Hold on. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. So, we've been kind of stuck with this face. Encyclopedia. We have 5 points. What, is there anything else we can do with Encyclopedia? It's the mirror. That's it. I don't know if at this point... I feel like there's probably a story bit if I... Hey, Kim. Good morning.
Yes?
Kim, we need to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Good, we're on the same page then.
If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us.
No. I meant like la responsabilité. You know, the kind that gets assigned.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For my disaster of a life, spread your arms wide. For all of this.
Now I understand.
The lieutenant nods his head gravely.
Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit. The gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first, you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
I think that's it. Okay, there were a few things. We need to come back here because there's people we have not chatted with. And there's like so much we need to do over here. We'll come back to all this. But I wanted to go back. Is this right? No. We need to go talk to Plaisance. We need to talk to the cryptozoologists. There's like a lot that we need to do. I don't think there's anything new here, but Val, welcome in. How are you today? I love these. Good, I'm glad. There's still a few that need to be updated. I'm glad you like it.
Shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100%.
So mad that I can't put another point into conceptualization. Why am I such a dummy? Okay. We'll come back to these guys. They seem like characters. Annette?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
I'm just looking around. I just got off work and I may decorate after seeing these emotes. Yes, getting you in the Christmas spirit. Love it, love it.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space.
I hope your day was great. Hope work was good. Some of all my fall stuff, and the only way I'm taking that down is if Christmas stuff goes up. I went to a coffee shop today while I was getting groceries, and they still have like some. They've like kind of transitioned to Christmas, but there's still like pumpkins around, so it was a pretty fun like. It was a fun deal.
Broke down the back door.
I did.
The wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host Almighty, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know about the curse.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman.
She shrugs, visibly dejected.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
We heard voices. Her eyes narrow as she whispers the name. Of course, the entity. Close your eyes. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery, too.
Ooh, makes me think about having a peppermint mocha. I almost got a peppermint mocha today, actually. Or something while I decorate. That's so nice. But I also feel that. My Christmas stuff is in a tub behind me, kind of sort out. Maybe it's time. It's time to bring it all out. All the pressure has made Annette really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails?
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Yeah, actually it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. What you're doing is wrong, even I know that. I usually don't know anything.
She stands stiff
Tank!
and severe,
I have been followed.
silently fuming.
You've been followed? What do you mean? But Tank, thank you so much for the 20 months. How are you, my friend? Oh, you're followed that way. Wait, why didn't it play the thing? You'll see. You'll all see. Why hasn't it played the thing? Raid? Tank, thank you for the raid. It's not doing the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. There we go. I was so weirded out by that. Tank, welcome in. How are you today? And King Travis 93, thank you so much for the follow. Terrace Edward, hello. Lykel, hello. What is wrong with me? Fabulosa, right? Is that welcome in? How are you guys doing? Let me welcome you all in with a fist bump. Tank and friends, hello, how are you? My name is Jet. We're playing Disco Elysium. If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. And welcome in. But hello, everybody. How are you? How are you this fine day? Happy Tuesday. Let me fix this. Hello, friends. By the way, Tank, my friend Balto sent me a Nessie. It's currently transparent because it's green, but he sent me a Nessie today. So now I have one. I love decrement time at the jetpack ball. Oh, I love that. It's so great. But how was your day? What were you playing? Hold on, let me give you the proper shout outs. I don't think we have any mods here. Deep Rock Galactic. How is that? I've heard great things about it. Let me give you also the proper one as well. You know it. I know it. Boom. Friends, if you're not following Tank, you should go give him a follow. We used to play Apex all the time on his channel. And he's just great. He's an all-around nice guy. Go ahead, just hit that follow button. Go hang out in his streams, please. But how is DRG? I've heard great things. Friends, we are playing a game called Disco Elysium. Typically, we play really chill, like puzzle games, mystery games, etc. On this channel. Currently, we're doing something called Jet After Dark, which is when we play a game that's like a little bit more intense than what we would normally play. This falls under that for sure. Disco Elysium is like a mystery detective game. Very high emphasis on the narrative and the story and the lore and the world, and I love it. I'm absolutely loving this. It's not everyone's game, and partially that is the content that is in it. There's a lot of mature stuff in it, and it's pretty pervasive throughout. So if that's something that you're not interested in, I totally understand. But I just want to give you guys a heads up that it's like, it's just very dark. It's just very dark and heavy. Lots of different subject matter. But anyway, so just as a heads up. I was playing it with John. It was a lot of fun. We dug and acquired wealth. Nice, always good. very creepy. I haven't thought it to be creepy, though kind of. I mean, I guess we did talk to a dead body, so sure, I guess that is kind of creepy. Pervasive? No, thank you. It's just, it's one of those things where, like, for some of the previous Dread After Dark games, it's been like, just as a heads up, there's apparently this one part that's like this, right? This is like throughout the entire, game. It's just like, just super intense stuff. Your character is kind of a disaster. But he, you know what? There's something very endearing about him, but there's just a lot. Like, the characters are creep. Some of them are for sure. Kuno, that one kid. These are the absolute best, Lykel. I'm glad you like them. There's a few that I still need to update, but I'm glad you like them. We were talking about them yesterday, but some of them might change. We might get get rid of some of them, but Secret, welcome in. Yeah, emotes are too good. Jed is emote king. Tank, thank you so much. I appreciate. How are you, Secret? How's your day? Jed is emote king. Thank you. I see a mod arrives precisely when they mean to. I love that. How are you gonna Christmasify this one? I don't know yet. The animated ones are harder to like. The animated ones are harder to like edit, so that's why I didn't do any of those. They're on my list to update, but they're on the end of the list. I'll do this other standard ones. Plus, we might get rid of Huh and Senpai, so they might be replaced with something else. Oh, look. Okay. I was like, why was that so choppy? Maybe just a candy cane colored shirt. Little eggnog leaking out of his mouth. Have eaten cookie. Oh, that's funny. Wait, but Christmas tree? I know. I haven't added it. I haven't added it to the thing. I only updated the emotes. And the opening, the like starting soon screen is Christmas, and the BRB screen is Christmas. I had to do that stuff. No. It takes time. I just haven't. Look. Look, there's that dog. He saved me. He saved me, and that's perfect. I'm actually wearing a Shiba Inu shirt. Or a sweater. Starting soon screen really is the absolute best. I'm actually I'll give you guys a secret. I'm actually working on one that's for not Jet After Dark. So I do love Shiba Inus. I really wish I had one. I wish I had a little peppers. That would make me happy. Oh man. But yeah, we might get rid of Huh and Senpai, so there might be a different like thing there. Remind me, I need to ask you for a wedding commission in the same in the same style as your starting soon screen. Okay, I will remind you. I'm excited. What was I gonna say? Anyway, I've been loving disco. I will tell you guys. So I mentioned this at the start of stream, but I'll mention it again. There's a little change to the schedule. This Friday is going to be a longer stream where I'm going to try to finish disco, whether anyone likes it or not. And so so that's the plan. I'm going to because we're playing Trifox tomorrow and Thursday. And so then Friday, long stream, we're finishing disco so we can move on to something else. But anyway, got to spring to the post office because the government is dumb and closes at 5. Can't believe them. But Tank, enjoy, get your things done. Thank you so much for the raid. So good to see you. Have a good one. Emote idea: anime Jet in a Christmas tree costume. Excuse me. That'd be great. That's a funny idea. I like it. Oh, that reminds me, I know it depends on each emote, but is there a range for how much you charge for non-animated? Generally, it's 25 for like a standard emote. That's like just kind of an average. If it's like, it's never been, I've never had anyone ask for anything like so detailed or specific that it needs to be more than that, but I kind of just leave it up to like, I like to hear what the emote idea is first before I give them a price, because sometimes I could just say that and they're like, sweet, I need you to paint the Sistine Chapel, but in an emote size. And I'm gonna be like, okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna need a little bit more than $25, but yeah, so it's usually 25 for a standard emote. Animated also depends, but it's usually double that. But it also depends on what they want it to do. So there's some I've charged less for animated if it was like a very simple animation, but it's quite possible if somebody is like, I want like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something super complicated. I want my face to morph into a tiger. I don't know. It might be more than that. So it just sort of depends. But even though this is still Jet After Dark, it's cold outside and the stream is cozy. I'm reminded I'd like some coffee. Thanks. We try to keep it cozy, even if the content is a bit much. But honestly, I love this game, and that's the thing that makes me, I think, the most sad is that I think this is probably one of the coolest games I've ever played. I don't think it's been received super well, which is fine. Everyone has their own taste. I am well aware that I have very odd tastes, but I try to still keep it cozy, even though it's like a really intense murder case. We're like losing our minds. There's a kid who's like cursing at us, calling us names. I tried to punch a child and I missed though, so there's that. But you know, it's a lot. But we still try to keep it cozy. That's, you see, the challenge. But later skaters and mashed potatoes. Oh man, I wish I had mashed potatoes. That was the thing I was most looking forward to for Thanksgiving, and then my Thanksgiving got canceled. That'd be insane. But yay, I have to figure my crap out, and I'll get into your commission form. Ooh, exciting. That's fun. I'm curious. I'm curious what you wanted for it. Let's see. I've been busy, haven't been able to catch a stream for a bit. Most of this Jet After Dark. Well, a lot of it will be on. All of it will be on the YouTube channel in a little bit. I think we might be doing another study hall stream where again I continue to move VODs over to YouTube. Because we only got about halfway through. I think we had over 300 VODs to move over to YouTube, and we did like 100 and something, maybe like almost 150. So we've got a while to go. So we might be doing that. Remember thinking before you started this game, yeah, people might think this story is weird, but because it's you, I will enjoy watching any game you play. Well, I appreciate that. It's very weird. I totally understand. I feel like I usually have to make allowances for a lot of the things I like, even like with music stuff. Sometimes if I have a recommendation for someone, I'm always like, this is very weird, and I realize that, but I think it's very good. I think this is the exact same thing, where I'm like, this is probably one of the coolest, most fun games I've ever played. I don't think I have ever played a game like it. I don't know if I ever will. And so I'm happy for the people who've been able to pop in and enjoy it. But I'm also like, oh man, a lot of people don't like this game apparently. I refuse to believe it's because of me, so I'm gonna say it's the game. How's the backup going? Yeah, we did. So I haven't published any of the ones that we moved over, but we moved over about like 150. And we moved over so many on one day that actually I saw on the Commander Root website, which is how I've been backing up my VODs. So we started the process of like, I went down the list. I had to click on each VOD. I added the date of when the stream happened, and then I started the export to my YouTube channel. They moved over, but have not been published yet. I'm gonna do that all in like one go. I'll make sure to warn everybody so you can all turn off your notifications when I do it, and then I'll let you guys know when it's all done. But we only got about halfway through, and also so I queued up like 150-ish VODs to move over to YouTube on the Commander Root website, because I went back that night to check up on the process of how many had transferred over, and I actually saw I saw they were paused and they hadn't moved over. Like it stopped at around like 70, I think, ish. And I checked, they said that they had exceeded their bandwidth for transferring over data to YouTube for the day. And they're like, things will resume at the beginning of the day. And I was like, I think I did that. I think that was me. I think that's my fault. But anyway, so we have to do it again. We had to crash the servers. But Adrian, welcome in. Helps already know a little bit of Disco Elysium going in, though. That's fair. It's certainly a... gosh, I just think it's... Everything... I mean, everything about this game is so cool. And, like, the lore and stuff is just, like... I don't know. I just find it incredible. Unfortunately, I mean, I know that they're making a second... like a not a sequel, but like there's going to be some kind of Disco Elysium 2. It does not have the same creators behind it. A lot of the original creators were all like let go from the company, seemingly because they didn't want to like so a bunch of investors came in. And they're gonna actually make a TV show. There's actually gonna be a TV show based on this Disco Elysium. But right around that time, I think a bunch of people came in and were sort of like, we really want to like market this better. We want to like come out with like, how can we like mainstream it a little bit? This game is certainly very like pro communism, socialist sort of vibes, probably more anti-capitalist, and they it seems like a lot of the investors want to maybe move away from that, I guess, and maybe move away from the original vision, and so a lot of the like original creators have left the company. And they're still moving on with like a sequel, but I'm sort of expecting that it's either not going to be really like true to the original vision, so we'll see. But Turnip stood outside my door and spent like 2 minutes slowly closing the door to make the creak sound just go on forever while I'm giggling at my desk. Turnip, that's incredible. Oh man. Oh, Turnip. That card. I do like potatoes as well, friends. Mashed potatoes especially. He's a very fun human being. He's great. He's wonderful. All right, so we're going to continue. We're currently talking to Plaisance. She is a bookstore owner. She believes there is a curse that is plaguing the this like strip mall basically of stores. Every like store here has like closed except for hers, and she thinks there's actually like a spirit inside of the building. We've heard voices, and I don't actually think it's going to be anything supernatural, but she's very like, she wants us to go investigate that. But she has her daughter currently outside in the cold, like, her basically sign spinning, not actually sign spinning, but like her like 10-year-old daughter is outside, like asking people to come in. And we've just been saying, hey, I think maybe you should like chill out a little bit. Like, she's apparently her daughter Annette asked us to do something about her because we are a detective, and we failed at that initially. And then we tried it again, and one of the things we picked up on is that she is biting her nails, and it seems as though we learned that she's like really anxious, and I think kind of feeling the pressure from her mama. And so we are currently in this conversation. We're like, hey, you should like do something about that. You shouldn't let your daughter be this like anxiety ridden. We said, hold on. We were like, the mom was like, she'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life. We said, I don't think she can do anything about it. The mom was like, well, if she has enough willpower, she can, she'll just get over it. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks. Our partner, Kim, he's like, come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You're placing an unnecessary burden on a young child. And we said, what you're doing is wrong. Even I know that. And I usually don't know anything. We're dum-dum. We're a dum-dum detective. And she stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
This is a person coming to terms with a new reality. One where they are wrong.
Ooh.
It's not easy.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
Oh, is she actually? It sounds. I couldn't tell if that was genuine or not. I made mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving, and my 94-year-old grandmother said to the whole table, I don't know who made these potatoes, but they are the best I've had in years. Oh, that's so nice, Lykel. That's adorable. How did you make them? Drop the recipe in the chat or in the Discord.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You're like Annette to your husband and your mother.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
She shakes her head.
My husband is completely different, of course.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Of course, yes, this economy. Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
I could be.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
All right.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally, she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
All right, that's all I have. Let's go talk to Annette now. Now that you're inside, are your hands warm? Please stop biting your nails. I'd be happy to. I'd love to know how you made it.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win.
Oh my gosh.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What do you do now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat. Almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. Where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Hat? Hold on. By the way, we're getting rid. We might get rid of our bum hat. This gives us +1 reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. Oh, well, 1, we look dope. +1 encyclopedia. Look at us looking like a proper detective. By the way, I didn't know we can move the flashlight around, but we can. Look at us go. We look so cool. Hold on for now. While we go... While we go investigate the warehouse. That gives us, what other glasses do we have? We have empathy. We have our empathy glasses. We have our savoir-faire and our encyclopedia glasses. We could be super smart if we wanted. But for now, we'll go investigate like this. Bum hat on. When do I start Christmas shopping? I usually don't, because I have no money. So, yeah. Smells like leather and sweat. Off to work now. I'll check back in after I commute home. Gilmore! I hope you have a good day. We'll see you later. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. Is this Emma's atelier? Yeah, I usually just there's probably maybe 1 or 2 people I buy gifts for because I just don't have a ton of money, so I usually have to
A thick
be
layer
very...
of coal dust covers the furnace,
Ooh.
coloring it pitch black.
Yell hello into the furnace. We have a very high chance of success. We have a 4+ war paint. Oh, right! I war painted my face. Is it still like that? Kicked the furnace, and I called Slipstream SEA again. Okay.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
You hear a woman's voice.
you've awakened the entity.
Lupos! Welcome in. How are you today? I've loved seeing your clips on Twitter and stuff. It seems like things are going great. How are you? I summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the 2nd floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Okay. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, my friend. We've been playing Disco Elysium, which I have loved. Super weird game, but it's honestly has been one of the best I think I've ever played. But yeah, things have just been, you know, trucking. Things have been going great. If you have not, let me give you a shout out because you're great. There you go. Friends, we met Lupos through No Man's Sky, if I recall. But yeah, Lupos plays a whole bunch of games. Also plays a bunch of Super Animal Royale. I know there's a few people that play that here. So you should just go stop by and give him an old follow. He's great. What do we have here? This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Interesting. I had a normal, and we're doing the normal shout just in case. Thank you. Who are you calling great? Just you. Just you. Let's see who this is.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools, with emerald light shining through her hair. Well, maybe it's because I'm already in the Christmas mood, but the first thing in my head was sits on a throne of lies. Adrian, thank you for gifting a sub to Lupos. That was your first gifted sub. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you. But I've got an Uno reverse card. Boop. No, you. Okay, Jen and friends, if anyone wants a pretty solid mashed potatoes recipe, one has been dropped in Discord food channel. Oh, Lykel, thank you. I love mashed potatoes, so I will probably look at that. You smell like beef and cheese. By the way, I watched I mentioned this earlier. I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. It was actually pretty hilarious. There were some really funny moments in it. And it had like the right balance of, it's very short. It's only 45 minutes. It's like a TV episode. And it has like the right balance of like cheesy and kind of somber at times, but then like just the wonder of Christmas. I don't know. I just loved it. That was fun. It was cute. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There were some very funny moments. Mantis really stood out in this in it, and I thought she did such a great job. I loved seeing, like, because she had shown a lot of her, like, softer side, I think, in some of the, like, movies. And so it was really fun to see her kind of get angry occasionally, especially at Drax. It was just so funny. They did a great job. I've loved these little, like, these little quick movies or, like, specials, because it kind of reminds me of, like, one-shot comic books, or like there are like Christmas special issues of comics and stuff, and so it was kind of fun to kind of get that. I don't know, there's part of me was like, this is so weird, but honestly it's so comic book, and I can't complain about it. I love it. But Adrian, thank you again for gifting us up to Lupos. He's wonderful. Okay, let's see. So a bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
Melius. She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the Legion.
Hold on, what do you mean by Melius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
This would be awesome.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Sure, I like playing role-playing games. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. I want to do that. Man. Sure, I like role-playing games.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
That seems about right, I feel like.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Good point. She could be a ghost. What a cool... Yeah, that holds up. It would be awesome to just be like, all I do for a living, I'm a novelty dice maker. And I mean, I know there are people who have like dice shops online, I suppose, but it'd just be neat to be like, yeah, I have like an... Well, this doesn't seem like a storefront really, but you know, just like... Not everyone is a ghost. An Inland Empire is convinced that she could be a malignant entity.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
Hold on one sec.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eye off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
It would just be so fun, just all day long. I mean, like, you're just making cool dice, I guess. I don't know. It'd just be neat. I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks and make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here,
Gosh,
so that's a plus.
The dream.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that? People call it the doomed commercial area.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
I want to learn how to make that. So do I. I think that'd be so much fun. People make some really cool ones too. How do you explain what happened to all those companies?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
True. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. Kind of true, but let's see. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. Let's be ominous. The curse is just biding its time.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. Let's see. Wait, the whirling is a part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Maybe you're right. It doesn't look cursed.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Oh my gosh. Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source. It's because you're a component and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get to you, I have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. Well, this is technically true. Plaisance thinks you're the source.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity. Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. I really want to do this first one, so why not? I think it might be you.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you were the one who answered. There is something ghostly about you, ethereal even. I will actually say that there is something kind of ethereal about her, but I don't think I think that's just her aloofness, maybe. You're the last man standing. You must be responsible. I don't have time for explanations. Not amidst all these visions I'm getting. Squint your eyes suspiciously. We're dum-dum. I'll just say, well, I called to the ghost and you answered.
Oh my, I've revealed myself.
She says in mock despair.
You better call the exorcists.
I believe the name you're looking for is the Remote Viewers Division, that's such a funny joke. And I am going to explain it to make it less funny. But that's because Kim said earlier, we were saying something about like, well, we were talking about like ghosts or something supernatural. And Kim was like, oh, well, there is that division of the police that investigates this stuff. They're called the Remote Viewers Division. We're like, wait, really? And he was like, no, that doesn't exist. So it's funny that we're like, nudge, nudge, Remote Viewers Division. Anyway. I don't have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself. It is not my job to intervene in matters supernatural, for I am merely a police officer.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her work. Thank you for the lurk, like.
Plaisance needs to hear about this.
She does.
Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
There used to be a hair salon here.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you. A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles. They should have been more open.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair under the headscarf. What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym. It was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Who was Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's sort of the king around here. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. I mean, technically. Who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 2 is hilarious. He's a little ginger gremlin, and that describes him perfectly.
Oh, yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out of the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
You ain't wrong. How did that community project work out? Judging by the kids I've met, didn't seem to work. We'll do number 3.
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh my gosh.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Oh, goodness. I guess maybe teaching, well, no, that's not bad. It just, maybe it needed more supervision. What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris. What's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean, to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-Roses. This isn't our problem.
Okay.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
That sounds intense. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Does everyone here do drugs?
But what drugs exactly?
Let it pass. Electrochemistry, you need to calm down.
Anything else?
I found creepy
There
mannequins.
used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects, but insects don't have any brains or feelings. They got what they deserved. Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea. We'll just do no more.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Insects are important to the case somehow. Okay. What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
What do the transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
The lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
I love that she kind of just is like here and has like, I don't know, she just has like a very humorous way of looking at all of this. Like these failed businesses and I don't know, it just, she kind of is separated a little bit. I kind of like it. I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtain on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
Well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Her eyes wander to the shelves full of dye prototypes and discarded models.
Something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo-show ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
I was about to say, I know a girl just like that. She works in Frita as a cashier. She's not particularly friendly.
Employing soaky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
This just sounds like a disaster.
Eventually, Ravashow ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Nod solemnly. It's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive any moment.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
That is a cool name.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I have stopped doing drugs and drinking. I don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the morning light. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window. Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
I
I've
found the
been here
building's
for a long
intercom,
time.
but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
You're telling me the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirling in Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
East Delta Pinball. Is that now the Whirling?
Yes. I've heard it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure. Before my time. I'm not surprised, however.
You know, this is something the cafeteria manager might want to know.
My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Trick track. This means the Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area. Gart is gonna love this.
I don't know this guard, but something tells me he won't.
A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SEA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
It was eerie. No, I'm gonna say that. No, it was something else. Something eerie. Narrow your eyes.
Pranks can be eerie.
She looks as if she's still convinced it's nothing to be worried about.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one
Not
of
so
them,
long
and now
ago,
they're
in the
terrorizing
mysterious
us. All
land
solidarity.
of Toronto, Canada.
The new Mario trailer just dropped. I heard. I haven't, or I knew that it was going to happen during stream, but I haven't watched it. Did you watch it? Actually, the Slipstream SCA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got the exact same message.
Why would Slipstream SCA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense. I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
It looks like it'll be a fun kids movie. Oh, that's good to hear. I think it'll. I think I will go see it. I don't know if I'll see it like on release day, but I think it'll be fun. I think that'll just be a good, grand old time. But I hope you're having a good day. I watched the Guardians Christmas special, and that was really fun. It was actually, I think, like a perfect Christmas formula, sort of, for like a movie. But a busy work day? No! Yeah, it was fun. I really liked it. It was actually really funny at times, I thought. I really liked what they did with Mantis. And also, like, what's her name? She wasn't really a major part in it, but not Gamora, but why can't I think of her name? Karen Nebula, thank you. Nebula. The little bits with her are also very funny. There were a couple times where the camera just like looked at her doing something, and I just thought she was just nailing it. The old 97s were in it, which were cool. Was that the band that was playing? By the way, have you seen the like Spotify concert thing? Like the like it looks at your like playlist, and then, or not your playlist, but like I heard about it. I would be very interested to see what's on your like fest list. I bet there's some good bands. But yeah, we've just been playing some disco, having a good old day. Just Crazy Frog and Baby Shark, just the entire time. That's what I imagine. Unbelievable. I'm very curious to see what my Spotify year in review is gonna be like. I think that's being released soon, so we'll kind of see. Let's see. All right, I've got a few more questions about the building.
I'm listening.
What else is here? Actually, no. I had other questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit.
Is this
what else?
I was just asking. I have more questions about this building.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it still does. Sure. Okay. I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Okay, hold on.
What else?
Before I do this. Ooh, what's this?
Do you feel that?
Feel what?
Close your eyes. Reach out with your feelings. There's something paranatural at play here.
Nonsense.
Yeah, I feel it.
Of course you do. You don't even know what it is you're feeling. But you can feel it. That's the mark of a true remote viewer. The time has come to connect to RVD HQ. By establishing a connection, you'll have proved yourself worthy as a remote viewer.
Close your eyes.
Everything all right, Detective?
Shh! I'm trying to connect with the remote viewers division.
This again? Come on, Detective.
I love
the
this.
joke has gone on long enough.
Ignore the lieutenant. He's never connected with anything paranatural. You're on different planes, metaphysically speaking.
Keep your eyes shut.
It takes time to block out the sounds of the world. But once you do, it's like you're on a wavelength. Not like any natural wavelength. No. There seems to be something on the other end. If only you could listen closely enough.
Oh, for God's sake. This is a bunch of...
Bzzzt. Do you copy? This is RVD HQ. Anyone there?
Clears throat, RVDHQ. This is Firewalker reporting for duty.
Can it be? We haven't heard that name in ages. Welcome to the RVD, Firewalker. Bzzzt. You are a special man, and definitely not imagining it.
Yeah, Kim, I'm special. Quispy, welcome in. How are you? Okay, we need a... Hold on.
Oh, it's you again.
Shivers.
Are you looking for a...
Do I have any... Hold on. Okay, nothing gives me negative shivers. That's +1. That's also +1. And that's +1. What does this give me? Conceptualization. Let's go ahead and put that shirt in. What does the jacket give me? We'll keep that. What's the other... Oh, the necktie. This gives me Inland Empire and Volition. Let's do that. Well, kind of help me out. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
It's you again. Are you looking for a die?
The remote viewer. Okay, so let's see. Why hasn't her business failed? I need to get a 7 or higher.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
The dice maker stares at you while you start to fuss with your pants.
Officer.
I'm just trying to lower my body temperature.
And why would you do that?
It's part of this special technique I have.
And what technique is that?
She squints at you, a little astonished at what she's hearing. You still haven't gotten your zipper open. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes I get these feelings.
Yes, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings.
Now you
I
feel
was like,
something. The cold
I'm gonna get
damp
hurt.
of shame washing over you.
No, not like that. It's like I can feel the wind, or I don't know, the air pressure, and then the air tells me things.
The air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio?
No, I'm not explaining this very well.
Can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help with that.
That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good way to run your business, actually. Shivers. I actually don't mind putting some points into this. Is there... Hold on. Before we... Nothing else has needed shivers. But actually, this is one of the ones that I like the most.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, it's
Are you
me.
looking
I'm
for a
back.
die?
So now we need a 6 or higher. Come on.
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey, Niha, the curse is real, and I figured out why it spared you. This is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney. It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guérin 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. Touch the safety curtains. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's say I have my own methods, unusual methods.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. Your lucky charm, some kind of ward. It looks like a piece of jewelry to me. Is it a lucky charm?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depths of the chimney.
No, you're right. I didn't.
She laughs again, but it sounds rather small and sad.
It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines under the light. I love that, though. That's very... Take a screenshot. I want to save that.
But anyway,
Ooh.
Thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I like to order some dice.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Actually, I probably should have looked to see what that thought was. Do you know the Whirl Untethered setting? Do you have any curse die? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. Looking something to help with work. What is your most extraordinary die? I don't know. Also, hold on. Temporary research bonus. All red checks fail? Oh my gosh. That sounds awful. I mean, I guess I could do some other stuff in the meantime while, like, that's happening, I guess. But that sounds, let's not do that yet, anyways. I don't know what I want. Well, tell me about your most extraordinary.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
I don't know if it's worth
All right.
it.
Maybe some other die then.
Do you know the whirl untethered setting?
Yes, Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The whirl untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motifs of ice and death. And loss, of course. I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
What's a standard role-playing die?
It's an icosy tetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll.
Dang.
Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
Why do you need to cast it in resin?
Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, it's perfect. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you have any cursed
What
die?
do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
I don't know what I want.
How about an amber die?
Amber, a poor man's gold?
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
That does sound like me.
I had a feeling.
She smiles but says nothing more.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Just a normal die? Very regular?
A normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I don't make normal dice.
What do you do then?
Polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedrons, trapezohedrons, dodecahedrons. But also barrel dice and teetotum bowls. Come on now, be a little creative.
What about something that helps with my work?
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right? Blue, welcome in, how are you?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't do the red check thing. I need a 10. I have a 3. All right, 7 or higher. Come on, don't drop these. Catch the dice. No,
Overthink it.
I failed.
Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer.
That's
that
fair.
comment was unnecessary.
Pick up the red die.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken.
I feel like that's a symbolism for my life.
It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. And you definitely need luck in Martinez.
True, though. Welcome in, Sassy. Oh, this game? Did you know your... Wait, did you know that blank and blank, and blank... Wait, have you played this game?
Is she pitying you? Good God, she's pitying you.
Now, was there anything else? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. Yes. Fortress Accident. The whirl untethered. I'm thinking
cool.
something made from alligator. Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
That's it. Okay, so I got this. Look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Wait. I can go talk to Tommy. This is excellent. Come on, Kim. We must go conceptualize. Come on, we have no time. Oh no, just teasing with fake spoilers. Okay. I couldn't tell if you were being serious or not. I feel like I've missed so much plot. Silly doctors making me wait 2 hours for my 5-minute appointment. We did meet somebody new. We met she's a novelty dice maker. And she's making us some dice, but she's the reason, well, not the reason. We went to investigate. We talked to Plaisance, the bookstore owner, and she wanted us to investigate the doomed commercial area and the curse, and we discovered that this dice maker just was up in like a chimney area. And so we asked her about well, one, we accused her for being the evil entity, but we asked her about the failed businesses and stuff. So we did that, and that's pretty much it, I think. Oh, we convinced Plaisance, the bookstore owner, to bring in her daughter Annette from the cold. So now Annette works inside the building. You missed plot points X, Y, and Z. Just watch the Mario trailer. I can't wait to watch it after stream. Gizmo came in and said that he watched it.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Gosh, wait, hold on. Ooh, we get a +1 for having that red dye. Is there anything I have that can help me with conceptualization? I want to do this so bad. Right now, okay, nothing gives me a minus on conceptualization. Okay, we put on our shirt, our conceptualization shirt. That's all we have. Okay.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
We have a 5.
What's
we
on
need
your
a
mind?
13. So that's 8. Right? We need to get an 8 or higher. Wait. Yeah, we need an 8 or higher. Let's see. This same doctor also refused to refill my meds until I saw him, even though I was entirely out of them. Oh man. All right, let's see. Come on, he's a poet. Hit him with our best verse, please.
Wait, there's something here.
We got exactly what we needed.
Stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What
He
else?
leans in, his eyes bright with attention. What else? It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
He's transfixed by the words. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Did you?
I think that may be an actual poet. I'm just a vessel for the muse. I think the words are mine, yes.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here say you don't really get it.
It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
He gives you a thumbs up. Yes.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Oh. I just honestly wanted him to approve of me. Okay, we need to talk to Plaisance. Oh, right, okay. And can we retry the mirror? Is that what just happened? No. Oh, yeah. We can retry looking into the mirror. Okay, these guys. Hold on. Let's go talk to Plaisance. Very curious about who these guys are. Yeah, that seems real weird. Sassy. Hey, Plaisance.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far, you know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Ooh. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is the quirk of our economic system. Lie. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels, I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence. Yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great, dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross in her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Aren't you glad we did this, Kim?
Yes. The venture continues. In other waters. Darker waters.
Should we get out of here? Before the vortex collapses?
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly. Damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too. 1,200 meters away, on the urban coast. The dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
Back from the Mario trailer and ads. The trailer was good. I can't wait to watch it. I thought the first little teaser looked all right, so I'm excited. Okay, so we leveled up. Wonderful. And at a good time, too, because we just used a skill point. Let's talk to these characters. Very curious and concerned at the same time. Hello.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with expletive written on his shirt.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan. Blank the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Gosh.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
I really like his portrait. I feel like it looks super cool. The face looks interesting, and then, like, the black, red, and white, it's super cool.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
Kim is also very protective of his car.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Fumbles, welcome in. How are you? Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Oh, does this involve Cindy? Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Oh, fun.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
Is this what Cindy is up to?
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
A man was hung.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Like murder, or wasting your life away.
Making dinner? Ooh, what's for dinner? Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
Odd. There isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh, wait, I see you kids are into a Nordic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points at his temple.
Probably
Why?
because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
A threat? Good, I like those. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. Let's just say a threat. Good, I like those.
But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Dang, Kim!
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking, too. Stay light, man.
By the way, I thought that was a hoodie that he's wearing. That's his hair. But it still looks okay. I kind of like the thought of it being a hoodie, though. I think it would look cooler. But anyway.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
You'll all see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough about this scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have that written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
Uh-huh.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Oh, okay. And what's up with your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
blow it up,
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim, lower your voice.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us in 2 of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Which one?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's a mental exercise.
If only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
I kind of like the second one.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Wait a minute. Well, talking with you has definitely been something. I can attempt to get the jackets. I need a 14. I have a 7 or higher, but I can't retry it. I'm a little... I kind of want... I want the attempt. I don't know if I'd wear the jackets, but... I'm a little afraid that if I... Hopefully we can come back to this. Hold on. Half-light. Right? That's what it was? That's -1 half-light. Ooh, half-light gloves. Alright. I've come to take your jacket.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss.
There we go.
Look who it is.
So it's a...
Shrunken cophead material.
9. So now I just need a 5 or higher. Woo! Okay. So wait, you're making pasta? Just made casserole with the last of the leftover turkey. Ooh, did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Wait, you didn't post my last message? It was? Wow, I never thought I'd see a hippie gangster. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna try it. We only get 1 attempt. We have an 83% chance of success.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Wait, how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're going to be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the Skulls. You're destined to go far.
Kim's joining in.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
We want to be cool killer skulls too. Like you guys, we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Not much is left of the nihilistic rebel at this point. The young man before you is scared out of his mind.
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Skull King, make shrunken heads out of us. You offer us your jackets like that, it'd be impolite to refuse. I wanted to say, make shrunken heads out of us.
Fuck you, man. Take them then.
He looks around the plaza. People are noticing him now. You offer the jackets? Give me...
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
We got both of the jackets. Ridiculous.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'll take the other one, Kim. You can have that one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one. Thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell.
Maybe
In
that
fact, I
attitude.
don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever. I'll take both of them. Or still, it's good to know we have a pair in the case we need.
The need will not arise.
We don't know that, Kim.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Bye.
The cops fucked us.
What a random encounter. Let's go talk to Cindy. How have my rolls been today? They've been okay. We did fail one that I'm very curious what would have happened if we hadn't, which was the dice maker asked us to catch 2 dice. We bought a set that we need to go pick up in a few hours of game time. But she tossed us 2 and we missed, and one of them fell into like a crack. And so we only got to pick up one of them. But it allowed us getting that one allowed us to retry the roll with Tommy doing the poem, so I'm at least glad that we got that. Yarn for your blanket ride will be starting after dinner. Ooh, exciting. I'm back. Welcome back, Gilmore. Before we talk to... Oh, I should have checked to see what these jackets do. +1 drama, -1 authority. Wait, I'm a detective? And +1 half-light, -1 rhetoric. Interesting. I kind of do want to wear this just to see what, wait.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Yeah, I'm dangerous.
You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
Yeah, I want to see what Cindy says. Cindy is going to be like, you're a poser. You are literally the worst. The balcony? Right? Is it this way? Oh, wrong one. Wrong balcony. Super excited to get started on it. I'm excited. Hold on, this?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Right. Okay. Interfacing. That's where we came from. Hey, Cindy, look at my cool jacket. I met some skulls.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I like the way she talks. Hey, these people send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls.
Skulls.
But their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
But I really want to be a skull.
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Gosh, she's intense. But so cool in her own way. I love her, like, her intro like phrase or whatever. It just sounds neat when she says
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I like the way she says mural. How would we be able to get it to you for your birthday? Ooh, that'd be so much fun. But no pressure, no pressure. Okay, let's put on our normal jacket now. I thought she would say something about it, but apparently not. Apparently she does not care. But I'll put on my empathy jacket. Did we have something? Hold on.
Give me a moment.
No, okay, she doesn't have anything for us. We have not spoken to Joyce in a bit. Let me see if she has anything for us.
You're back. Good. What can I help?
Okay. A little over a month, and there's a 10-day break from work in there too, so it's possible. Oh, that's fair.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I really wish I could retry. The conceptualization is so bad. It would be very fun to do another playthrough. Again, I'm not going to do it on stream. Of, like, the smart police. It'd be really interesting to, like, see how some of it differs. I'm gonna go talk to Lena.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Moral?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you.
Her smile is wary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore players left, huh? Probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
We'll take care of it. Oh, take it with undue optimism. Once more onto the breach, then.
That really is too much, sweetie. thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
You've given up on the Phasmid.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
You're in doubt? About what?
It's, a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian Phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Moral told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something? So you haven't seen it? I should arrest you for lying. No, I'm not gonna do that. Say, shouldn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Oh, that seems like... I don't think I can leave this combo and come back. Probably. Oh, man, this is... I can't... I have a 72% chance that I get it. But, oh, come on. Don't fail me now.
But it has, hasn't it? A seed can only bear what's inside. The seed of love is black and oily. It has a taste you're quite familiar with.
The only thing I can say is take it from me, love is a lie. The sooner you accept it, the better.
Might be right, Detective. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I came in on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story.
She has to swallow to relax her throat.
Oh my gosh.
It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian Phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
I still believe you saw the Phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help? Hold on. I'll say you do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the Phasmid.
Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh, no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
Sentence remains unfinished.
A dream. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence.
It's so sad.
Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
We should go too.
That makes me so sad. I feel like I let her down by not rolling high enough on that check.
Again? I can't be...
Okay, you have nothing new for us. I just wanted to check. How about you?
Yes? What is it?
No, okay. Kim, why do I feel so bad? Okay, there's like a whole area that we have not finished exploring, so we're gonna go over there now. I think we ordered the dice at like 8:30 or something, so we still have a ton of time before we can go pick up our dice. That's rough, yeah. She's such an interesting character. And I really liked her like voice actress and stuff and how she emoted. But I hate that I missed things. We're gonna look at the traps.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid.
I believe.
Poor things.
Kim, I believe. Ooh. A banged up fuel canister. A bottle drained of all of its booze. It's frozen in the ice. Some money. Is that a tool? Oh, no, it's a thing. Okay. Oh, I can sell it for $11 roonies. But you never know, so we'll probably keep it for a little bit. And some more dollar roonies.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eye as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Find the traffic
You
hooligan.
get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Well. Looks like Jacob Er's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say something, Lieutenant?
I did not. But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ.
Yes. Clearly, this is a triumph.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Let's sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Let's try to whistle a tune.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
We're harmonizing.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
So was your dad also, point to your eyes?
My dad and mom are both half Seolite.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know what we were asking, and that's awful. I don't know who my mom or my dad was.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Do you think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
I've been thinking, if I've put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't even need a gun. I don't think I'm going to ever find my gun. The world is so big and my gun is so small.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the... Wait. Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rub your chin. Small fish, this one. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Capri. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. That's what I figured. Okay. Let's just say this one because I'm curious what Kim says. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
This is my car.
You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh, God, Harry. Oh, God, Harry, what did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh, gosh, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea?
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years.
Oh, goodness.
Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
This is a disaster.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a 4th thing you've lost.
A 4th thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. I love that Kim knew the entire time this was our car.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
He knew the entire time. He just was waiting. He waited 2 hours for us to figure that out. Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. My footprints, I assume. Kim. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. Is that my badge? Ooh, and my jacket. I'm a little bit more excited about the jacket. +1 cops and +1 visual calculus. I do need help with visual calculus, but I like my empathy jacket. But now I have my official code if I need. Is that my badge? The face, I mean, I guess that must be a much younger picture. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hand. Study the badge.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking? Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly.
Chaz, welcome in. How are you? Let's see. Chaz, how was your stream? How did it go? What were you playing? You were playing Fortnite. Did you get any dubs? Let me give you a fist bump. Chaz and friends, welcome in. How was your stream? Hope you're having a great old stream. And a great old day. If you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wah, bam. Sorry to raid right in the middle of dialogue. Oh, you're totally fine. There's so much dialogue, it'd be impossible to miss. Got a 5th and a 2nd. Nice. That's awesome. How's your day going? Let me go ahead and drop also the official shout out. There we go. We are playing some Disco Elysium. We are in the middle of the story. I actually don't know how much we have left, but we just found our police vehicle that we apparently at some point just drove into the ice. And we found our badge. We're currently inspecting our badge, so some fun things have happened. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. We only have like less than an hour left of stream, so we're gonna continue, see how far we can get. We're gonna play this again on Friday, and I'm gonna beat it on Friday, whether it takes me 50 hours or not. So I'm trying to progress as much as I can. Let's see. Okay.
Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. Wake up the past and tell it to stay awake. The bad times are here to stay.
Unspoily review out of 10. I would say for me it's been a 10. Nick, and welcome in. It is, I think, honestly, one of the coolest games I've ever played. I don't think most people like it. So I would say I feel conflicted. I've had my eye on this forever. I feel very conflicted. This is probably one of the coolest, most bestest games I've ever played. I don't think people have enjoyed me watching me play it, but that's okay because I still have loved every minute of this. I will probably immediately so again, I'm going to play this on Friday. I'm going to beat it. Just so we can move on. For everyone else, for everyone else's sake, we're gonna move on. But I have to beat this game, and I think immediately after I will start a new playthrough with a different archetype. I just want to see like what happens. I like with the different. There are different things that we've missed because my rolls were bad. Or I didn't have like enough points in something else to like really succeed, and so but I'm just so curious. There's some major things I think we missed that are red check rolls, which means you can't re-roll them, and so I'm like, oh, but what would have happened if I did like succeed in this? Because they seem like kind of major things. So I'm just curious. I don't know. It's just interesting. I feel like we haven't hung out in forever. I know, I feel that way too. Replay? Yeah. The thing is there's so much replay value because there's like, because we chose the like sensitive cop, our psyche and empathy and all that stuff is like off the charts, but we're super dumb. And so like there have been some like, logic-based things and encyclopedia things that we have failed at. We have failed at a lot of the... Actually, even though our physique is not the lowest, we've actually failed at a lot of, like, physical instrument things thus far. And our dexterity, essentially, is not very high, and there have been some stuff we missed there. So, like, I am very curious what it would be like to do either, like, the strong cop or the, like, high intellect cop. Because I'm sure there's like so much, but like we could have used our gun to do something earlier, and we missed both times. We had 2 shots that we could take. We missed both, and I feel like it would have changed how some conversations would have happened. And so I'm like, oh, what did I miss? But I don't know. I'm just like. So I really want to play it again. So that's why. Wait, do those stats change? So you have skill points. Those at the bottom right, we have skill points. Those diamonds. Those are skill points that I could place in different things. You can see like Inland Empire here has 2 filled in and 4 that are not. You can put them to fill them in. But my Inland Empire is already in an 8, which is very high. But because of the archetype I chose, which is sensitive, my cap for psyche and physique are very high, where my intellect cap, which is the row that I'm on, is very low. And actually, I think starting off, my max was the max points you could put into them was 1, but I unlocked something that allowed me to increase the cap by 1. So I can put like a couple extra points in some things. So I've added points into drama and conceptualization, and some visual calculus. But yeah, so you can kind of like change some things. But the reason why I haven't used those points is because when you all of the checks you can do in the game are added onto the map. And the ones that are highlighted, these are all white checks, I think. So white checks you can redo, but the way it works is like, let's say you fail at one. So here are some that I failed under the skill of interfacing. There's actually a bunch of interfacing ones that I failed. If I put a point into interfacing, it then lets me retry those checks. So I've been saving up points in the case I miss something. I want to only use them when I'm like ready to retry it, just so that I'm not like wasting points now. So it's actually like really interesting. What are the numbers at the bottom? That's like the score for that skill. And that I think totals, yeah, it totals even like, there are certain clothes you can wear that give you bonuses. So you might find gloves that help you with interfacing, or I'm currently wearing a detective jacket that helps me with empathy, even though my empathy is already very high, and I can't remember what else it gives me. But it's like, I don't know, it's just a very interesting like setup. And I think based on the archetype that you choose, it also changes what your like ruling stat is. My ruling stat is the one that has this crown on it. It's called Inland Empire, which is my hunches and imagination. And so like throughout the game, Inland Empire has chimed in the most, as well as it like takes kind of the most unusual route to like solve a thought or like to process something, instead of the most logical way. He's going to come up with like, his imagination is going to kind of run wild about a situation. But like, I don't know if you choose intellect as your top one. I don't know if, I mean, maybe it's like rhetoric or something. I don't know. I don't know what would be, or conceptualization might be your like ruling thought. I think physique, I think it's either electrochemistry or physical instrument are your like major things. And I don't know. I wonder what motorics would be. Composure, oh, it's probably reaction speed. Oh, you know what? Maybe physique is half-light. Half-light's your like fight or flight type of fear center, I guess. I don't know. I wonder how that works. Or maybe you could choose any of them. I figure there's just for each of the archetypes. So there's 3 archetypes you can choose from, and then you could just create your own. So I'm sitting on 6 points. Yeah. Sitting on 6, just in case there are any that come up that I want to redo. And there are like a few that I think would be cool too, but like was it, there was one that just came up. Oh, maybe it was Encyclopedia. Yeah, I think it's Encyclopedia. There's a skill check that I could do that I could put a point into Encyclopedia to retry, but I didn't know if I should save on. I have no other like skill checks that I need to redo that involve Encyclopedia. And so I'm like, maybe I should wait until I fail at another Encyclopedia check so it refreshes both of those, or maybe I should just do it now. I don't really know. But anyway, I've loved this system because as you are just playing, it does random checks for you to see if your imagination sparks something, or if you're like we're looking at our badge currently, and while we're looking at it, we succeeded in 3 invisible checks: pain threshold, Inland Empire, and conceptualization. We're looking at the badge and we're saying we were I guess in our badge we're like winking, kind of. We don't really see the photo, but we have some kind of expression, so we ask kind of why are we winking in this picture? It's an older photo of us. And it says, why do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. And then we succeeded in 3 checks. Pain threshold's reaction to this is, it looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now, although that's already a hint of the pain, certainly. Then Inland Empire chimes in, which is our imagination. It says, don't be fooled, the bad times have already begun. And conceptualization also succeeded, and it says, wake up the past and tell it to stay awake, the bad times are here to stay. And so, like, it does invisible checks for you, and then there's, like, checks that you have to choose, and I don't know, I just honestly, again, like, I have never played a game that is so in-depth in how it does all of this, plus its, like, lore is insane. We were talking to somebody who was saying that, like, the person who made this game worked on the lore for 10 years. Like, it's been his own project before it became a game. He worked on a novel, and it was actually also, like, a tabletop RPG. That's why this aspect of the game is, like, involved in, like, the mechanics. And then so that, like, I feel like every person we talk to just feels very fleshed out and feels like their own little character. That I would love to. I'm just curious what they're all about. I don't know. It's just
the badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Harrier Dubois.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge.
What kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
It's meant to keep you safe from bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you Officer when he's angry with you, and Detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
LTN 2JFR?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Freighter.
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What is decomptage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to 2s. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
I'm his superior? Wait, satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Wait, so you've been just putting up with me because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Kim.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea.
Okay,
and now
fair.
we've even found your badge.
He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it.
Thank you, empathy. I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
That gives me hope.
Good.
Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads...
The serial code.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Okay, date of issue?
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
Precinct 41.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Put the badge away. We found our badge! Wait. Okay. Oh.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Sure looks like a lot of people partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, looks like we've had a couple of party goers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
It's mine. Seems the walker was either confused or drunk out of his mind, huh? I wonder which it was and who that could possibly belong to. I already went there. Gosh, this music is so good. We have not spoken to these people at all. Can I not go this way? We cannot. Okay. There's also this person here. Let's talk to her first.
Hi, officer.
Lillian. A woman in a raincoat stands on the K, I think is what it is. Considering an overturned boat, a sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip?
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I've questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Point at the saber on her hip. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Can I borrow that sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I use to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder.
Behold, point to the expression on your face. Her eyes meet yours and suddenly she starts laughing. It's hoarse, as if she hasn't laughed in a while.
Not bad.
Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait, why, if they're thick-headed?
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
Her expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
That's bad. What happened?
Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning. Time really is the best cure.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Kim's present makes it awkward. Oh no. She needs to go on a date. Oh gosh. So that's a 3. We would have to roll a 12, so we're not going to try that right now. And that is no, it's a white check. Interesting. We can try that later, not right now. Is that your boat? Point at the overturned boat.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insulindian cuisine.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
What about those human bodies?
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Yeah, maybe steer clear of the things reminding her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying.
Oh, that's the only thing? Oh, man, I can't go back. Interesting. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Hmm.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Interesting. Okay. I am very curious what happened. I wonder if you can succeed in asking her on a date. Okay, also.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with
Impossible.
the expression.
We have an 8. Oh, and well, we could still make it, but it's still that would be very difficult to. Oh, those kids.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Boop. All right, let's go for a little bit longer. You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. an interesting reason somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking, just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said
The
that.
boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
The lieutenant remarks with evident glee. I am, yes. It's impossible to be good with kids. They're too stupid. And what are you, Kidmaster General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Bye, kids. It feels safe and warm in here, not like outside. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
Does it? Do I see it? Try to sneak up on the phasmid.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic.
Oh.
It's a fire iron.
Oh.
How disappointing.
I can't believe it.
Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid, finding it is your destiny.
It is. Give the dream of discovering the Insulindian phasmid a rest. For now. A ruffed grouse taxidermy. Interesting. Hello, child.
Mister, what were you doing in my fireplace?
There was a phasmid in it. I was trying to catch it.
Oh. Okay.
I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh. I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
Where are they now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
She lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into one of the remaining eyes, so searching for confirmation.
We are going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last two words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone hasn't conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. Do you know my mom?
Yeah, we met her earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Are you the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same
They
thing.
look identical.
She slowly processes the word, then snickers with laughter. What's this? Show her the stuffed bird you took from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
She yelps.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway.
What's
it looks angry.
What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Oh,
So,
that's a little lamb, isn't it?
Like,
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy looks soft.
yes. Very soft.
Suddenly she pushes the stuffed animal toward your face. We can press your cheek against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
He is. She's right. Lammy is very soft. She rubs the white fur against your cheek, then returns the lamb into her lap, cuddling it. Well, goodbye.
Bye!
Okay, hold on. We can get the gloves. Sandcastle.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Broken.
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
Reach into the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
What are we missing? Are we missing anything? Hold on, what did the gloves do? +2 interfacing. Oh. This it's just much better than the one I have. Woo, we have white gloves now. They look weird. Clenching and unclenching your fists has never been so fun. The tiny ceramic plates make a lovely clicking sound when your fingers move. The gloves are a bit sandy, but the grip is phenomenal. Interesting. Find all the armor pieces. We have done... I guess we were still missing something, but it doesn't tell me what, I don't think. Have we not done this? Send the victim's body to processing? We haven't. Interesting. Okay. Well, is that the body you stuffed in the freezer? Yeah. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. Ew. Yeah, I guess we didn't, but for some reason I thought I had already sent stuff. Money. I thought I had, but I guess I didn't. Full of holes could be possible hide. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Wait. Oh. Magnesium. We have so many like morale healing items. 0 physical. I wonder if that's like on purpose. Like, I wonder if, maybe because we chose this, maybe they, on purpose, kind of give us more morale-boosting things, because we have so much more of it, but then... But, like, I wonder if we were then, like, very physically strong, like, maybe they would have given us more... Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Make mental note. Tio Motiri seems important somehow. Okay, we're gonna check the traps and then we're gonna end.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Chonzo! How are you today? The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts a long shadow over you. We are about to end, but I'm wanting to double check some last things because we told Lena we would. And I don't want to disappoint Lena. Oh, never apologize, Johnzo. How was work, though? Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC into Revachol, hopefully. There's no way to know that. Can we check 2? There's this one.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
I think the last one is this way.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
But I want there to be a phasmid.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Hold on. We're gonna save. I need to stop so I can get ready for date nights. But I want to do that. We'll pick that up there. So, friends, on Friday, we are playing this again. We're gonna beat this game. I'm gonna make Friday pretty much the last day. If not, we're gonna play for a super long time on Friday. If we don't beat it, we'll probably do a bonus stream this weekend. But the goal is to be done with this by the end of the week, so we can move on. I got to tell our president everything that frustrates and worries me about my job, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, I hope that'll be great. We could beat an hour. I don't know if it'll be like that, but we're just gonna go. I might start early, and then we may we'll just keep going. We may not even do like a chatting portion on Friday. I'm just gonna be focusing on beating the game. That's my goal. But let's see. Have a great date night. Thank you. It's been 2 weeks since we played, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be playing again. Yeah, so tomorrow we're playing a new game called Trifox. The goal is to play that tomorrow and Thursday. I don't know how long that game takes to beat, so might beat it on Thursday, might play it again the following week. But that should be pretty fun. Wish I could be there tonight. It'll be fun. But the VODs will exist. Do not worry. Let me see here. Let's see. But yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, Friday, if you guys want more disco, that'll be the day, because we're gonna play so much of it. All right. Let us. All right. So yeah, that was it. I'll pop in like always. I wish you guys luck and add points to the bank. Perfect. We love that. All right. Before we go, let me give out a few thank yous real fast. One, Gilmore, thank you so much for resubscribing at tier 3. I really appreciate it, my friend. Tank, also thank you for the resub, as well as the raid. Thank you so much. King Travis 93, thank you for the follow. And Adrian, thank you for gifting Lupos, the Space Wolf, a sub. Thank you so much. And Chaz, thank you for the raid as well. I appreciate it. Chaz Desman, thank you so much. But friends, that's gonna be all for us today. Oh, see, I need one before you go. Have fun tonight, Sassy. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the fist bump. Friends, if you would like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wha-bam. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. Yes, again, so the schedule for this week, tomorrow and Thursday, we're playing a different game called Trifox. It's like an adventure action game. Has some puzzle-like elements, I think, to it. Like action puzzle type things, I think. But it looks super fun. You can play... Shady! Welcome in. How are you? We're actually just leaving. We've got D&D tonight. And so in like 2 hours, we're going to be playing D&D on Mr. Sputnik's channel. Let me go ahead and do a little exclamation point, date nights. We're going to be playing D&D in like 2 hours. And so I'm going to eat and kind of get ready for that. But yeah. So tomorrow we're playing Trifox, which looks pretty fun. And then on Friday, we're going to do a long stream. The goal will be to beat this game. We're going to try to beat Disco Elysium on Friday. So super long stream. We'll see how it goes. But I have been loving this game. It's honestly been one of my favorite games that I've played ever. I have not finished the Church Rave side quest, actually. We started the process of talking to them, but I had so many other side quests to do that I've been doing those. So we talked to the 3 guys in the tent, talked to the girl outside, and they asked us to investigate the person and Crabman. But we have not walked inside the church yet, so haven't done it. But we're on this side of the map right now, so I think my plan is to check a couple of things and then go talk to them. So, but that'll be on Friday. We're gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to play this for as long as we can on Friday, and then if we don't beat it, we'll do it again. We'll play it again on Saturday or something. But we're gonna be finishing it up this week, hopefully. I have loved it. I know it's not maybe the easiest game to watch, maybe, but which is such a shame. I feel like it's such a shame because this has probably been one of my favorite games we've played maybe on stream ever, I think. So, but I hope people enjoy it. But anyway, can't do anything about that. But all right, so I need to get ready for stream in 2 hours. I need to eat and stuff. But anyway, friends, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Again, thank you everyone who followed and rated and subscribed today. Thank you so much. But we are just going to end here. Thank you guys for being here. Good to see you, Jonzo, Sassy, Shady. Hope you guys are all having wonderful days. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So we're gonna end. We're just ending today. No raid. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. We're playing Trifox, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!